Welcome, everybody. Midlife Vices, episode 306. Define Me. We are the Booster Gold of YouTube shows. I'm Steve, and with me, as always, is Jim. What's going on?
I'm here.
You're here.
Yes. I just now noticed the big "It" poster behind you, so I'm assuming there's a spoiler there.
Actually, there's not. No,
That is it, right?
that is it. That is
Yeah,
it.
it says so.
It is what it is.
I see that.
So, so tonight's show is going to be movies that define the genres for us. So it's not really going to be a top 10 list. We're just going to go with the categories and give what movies, not even necessarily movies we may like. Just movies, for me personally, it's movies if I had to show it to somebody to show them what that genre is represented by. That's the movie I picked. So, so we'll get there when we get there. But
Yeah, I pretty much went with the first thing that came to mind when I thought of these genres.
yeah, there's no right or wrong way to do this for sure.
Yeah, I mean, which we prove week in, week out.
Yeah, there's no right way for that's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So
There's no
what have
wrong
you been
way
up
to do
to?
this. I mean, we're still looking
That's
for
right.
it, but
We'll
find it one of these weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah. So anything new in your life going on?
New in my life. I'm sure there is, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something big. We went to our first corn maze last weekend. First time I've ever been to
Yes.
a corn maze.
Yeah.
And we had a really good time. I really enjoyed our interaction on Facebook with that.
Yeah.
I told you that I didn't even stop and ask for directions. And like, well,
Right.
I expected you to.
Right. You're a man. Why would you do
that? Yeah, we were in there for about an hour. We walked a little over a mile and a half or 2 miles, something like that, with the kids, and and they had a little station set up where you could trace stuff on. They give you a little pamphlet, you fill out stuff, and so it was fun. We didn't find everything in there, but
right.
We got out. That's what was the important thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's always important.
Yes,
always important.
Yeah,
I've never done one of those. I just found out yesterday or the day before. There's actually it's not a corn maze, but it's they set up hay bales.
Yeah,
and they do a maze that way here. And there's a big pumpkin patch they do for you go pick your own pumpkin for Halloween and stuff like that, and then you can do the maze as well. So we didn't get to do it this year, but I think next year we're going to give it a shot.
It's funner than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Especially when you go around a corner and all of a sudden you see other people coming at you. It's like and they didn't ride out like this one. It was at the apple orchard, so we went to the apple orchard and then we took a tractor ride down to it, and so there was like 4 people in our tractor ride, and then you're walking through the maze and you see all these other people and you're like, how long have they been in here? It's just it's kind of fun, because do they look slow? So it's just it's a lot of. We had a good time.
That's cool.
The boys enjoyed it.
Nice. So, did you guys do anything for Halloween?
I mean, we're going trick or treating. The 28th, we're going to a local hockey game.
Is that your signal for local hockey game? Or
yeah. Well, sorry, I have a gnat flying around. Where we were at
a minor league game, or
while we were at the apple orchard, we were trying to get pictures of us, and we wanted me and my wife, so we let our oldest son use our phone to take pictures of us. And this 2 women were walking by, and they just thought that was the funniest thing in the world, and then offered to take the pictures of our whole family. So it was pretty funny. Cool. We got a kick out of that. Yeah. And they got a kick out of it. So that was nice.
Fun. Cool. Sounds like fun. Yeah, we have a Halloween party coming up on Saturday, 28th at the bar. So I'm actually not going to be working, which is nice. Bartending is great, except you end up working during all the fun stuff. So it's nice to actually have one of these events off where we can go and enjoy it and partake in the festivities. Yeah.
What are you going?
I have like an old timey bartender outfit with like the bowler hat and the the
So,
red leather
so you don't want
jacket.
to work it. You just want to look like you used to work.
Right, and then Sherry has a bar winch uh, outfit that she's wearing. So,
What is a bar wench outfit?
well, it's like a barmaid, but like a
Okay,
Western style barmaid.
I'm gonna need a picture.
Yeah, yeah, we will definitely get some pictures. So that should be fun.
Nice.
But other than that, not much going on. So yeah,
Nice.
looking forward to it. It's getting colder. Winter, I think, is about ready to show up.
Winter is coming.
Possibility of snow in a couple days.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Yes, and it will take up one episode once it gets here.
Sorry, had to turn off my phone.
Oh, man, you're so unprofessional.
I know. Well, I'm not getting paid for this, so I'm
Well, you
right.
get free stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's like getting paid.
I missed what you said, so I had to play it off like I was understanding. So
Oh, I gotcha.
happens a lot.
No, I said you get free stuff, so it's like getting paid
I get free stuff.
in the mail every once in a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like hot sauce. Yes, yeah, you're right. It's
Or duplicates. Yeah. No.
we haven't known
So,
each other for quite a while.
watches or reads this week?
Well, I'm reading The Hobbit. I'm almost done with The Hobbit, and then I was talking to a buddy of mine through text today about what I should be reading next because I think I had told you that I was thinking about reading the Dune series.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and I will do that eventually, but I think I'm going to read the Wheel of Time series,
Oh, nice.
which is a huge first book, and then there's 14 of them. I mean, there's like
Wow.
800 pages and then 14 of them.
Are you going to do the audiobooks or are you going to?
No, I have the first book, so I read the first book.
Yeah.
First book. Whew, got ahead of myself.
Did you say you've watched any of that series or?
We watched 2 episodes of it.
Uh-huh.
So so I have an idea what's going on. I know what's happening.
Yeah. Right.
But so I'm going to try that, and we'll see if I can. I tried it a year and a half ago or something. I read like the first 2 pages of the introductory of the prologue, and so I know what happens in the book.
So I started reading Silmarillion shortly after you did, not too far behind. And
Mhm.
I'm on chapter 10, and you're through the Silmarillion, almost through the Hobbit, getting ready to start a whole nother series. And I'm feeling a little left behind.
I've been pretty dedicated to reading. Like I said, I read The Hobbit to my youngest, and
Right.
it's too advanced for what I'm saying. He's 4, so
Right.
it's not something I read for him to understand. I read for him to fall asleep.
Sure.
So, and I started about 7, so I get about a half hour of reading every night, and occasionally I'll pull it off and read a bit more. Like tomorrow, I might do it just because I want to finish it. Because I want to start something else because it hasn't been my favorite read. Which, like I told you, it's not bad. It's just, man, it feels like a lot. There was a lot to get to the. There was a lot to get to the end. It's just finally I'm to the important stuff and I'm enjoying it much more. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think I told you it's actually probably my favorite of all the Tolkien books, but that's just because it was the first one that I read, so that nostalgia comes along with it. Not that I like them all, but yeah, Hobbit is really up there for me. So
yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the Lord of the Rings, just that 3 books. I think it's just great, and of course, I read it after watching the movie, so I had an idea of what's happening. There's just so much difference between the book and the movie that kept it interesting for me. And then,
well, now just imagine with the Hobbit, they made that one book into 3 movies. So
I know. I mean, I will watch that at some point, but it's not something I'm really looking forward to because I hear such crazy things about it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so like there's 14 characters in the in the Hobbit. You know, there's 13 drawers and a Hobbit, and
Right.
I can
And a
probably,
wizard.
huh?
And a wizard.
Yeah, but he leaves.
Right. Yeah.
So could I tell you all their names? Not even close.
No.
No.
It's
No.
like you got can you name a couple of them? We got
Thorin. Thorin's the head.
Thorin Oakenshield, yeah.
Oakenshield, yeah.
And then you got
Killian
Owen and
Feely.
Glow. Yeah, Owen
You
and
got
Glowin.
Glowin. Killian Feely.
Uh,
Bomber.
right. Right.
The fat one.
Happy, Sleepy, Dopey,
Yes.
Doc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yoda. Grogu.
Yoda. Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, there's only like 3 of the dwarves are important. So
yeah, and I wish I was attached to any of them. I'm not even attached to Bilbo, and I like Bilbo. And I think what I don't like about it is that, and this may come into when I read it after the Lord of the Rings, is that the ring is being used so nonchalantly that I'm like, what are you doing? You know, so
right.
So I don't like that at all. I don't like that there's, of course, no one's looking for the ring or anything like that. So I understand it, but still, to me, the ring should be somewhat important, other than you can't see me, dragon, or you know. So
Well, that may be the difference too, because when I read it, yeah, I had no idea that it
yeah,
was.
I imagine
what
that's a big difference for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Nice. So you watched anything?
We watched the new Frasier. Just the first episode,
Cool.
which I enjoyed quite a bit. I really like that character of Frasier.
Yeah.
You've never watched the original series, huh?
So today I watched the first 2 episodes of the original. Well, I watched the first episode, then I slept through the second episode. That had nothing to do with the show, but it just was on, and I was tired. So I'll probably watch that one again. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the characters. I'm familiar with all the characters. I know the basics of it. You know, I've seen enough of it here and there to know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it all the way through. So
It's the more I watch that series, the more I like it. It's just great. It's
yeah,
I mean, even the tropes you know are going to be there throughout with Niles
sure,
and Daphne, which you probably haven't even got to that yet. But you know what's happening.
sure.
It's you think it would wear thin after a while, and it never does. You know, it always makes me laugh. And if you go back and look at Frasier from Cheers when he first came on Cheers, and you look at his brother Niles, my gosh, they look so much.
I know. They found the
Crazy.
perfect. Yeah, they found the perfect actor for that.
Man.
And like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in, but the Niles Maris relationship seems a lot like the Norm Vera relationship.
It is, except for the other characters know Maris is alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've seen her. So just the audience don't. So
right. So yeah, so watch those. We're in season 4 of Buffy, and then a couple more episodes of Lost, which is it's great. Actually, the episode we watched just before starting the show was the SOS. So it's the Bernard and Rose episode, which is just great. I love that episode where she tells them that she's been healed by the island, and talking to John after his leg is crushed, saying, you know, that it's not going to take you that long to heal, that sort of thing. So their relationship, Rose and Bernard, is just fantastic on the show.
It is great. You're right. And
yeah,
I'm looking forward to getting to those episodes again. I find the first season so hard to get through.
Really?
It's like almost like well, not quite as much as the first time watching it. I remember the first time watching it, we were like, man, this first season just goes on and on because it's 24 episodes of an hour-long show, you know. So
yeah,
it's just and we had commercials at that time, so
yeah, that makes it rough.
My gosh, it's so hard to get through these.
Yeah,
that I'm surprised by how much I don't remember of that series.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to getting there again. I'm looking to Apollo and what's her name?
Yeah, Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki, yeah.
Sure. You could have said Nikki, and I would have been like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think season one, after once Locke discovers the hatch. I mean, like the last 4 or 5 episodes, it really starts getting interesting, and then it carries over. And of
Yeah,
course, the Ben character right now is just fantastic. So,
I mean, we've discovered the hatch, but I can't. I
uh,
kind of forget how long it takes them to uncover the hatch.
a while,
Yeah,
but you're almost up to the Arnched episode. So,
I'm trying to think of where we're at. What did we just watch? I don't remember.
has Boone done the
The peyote.
Locke tried to? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened.
Okay, so you're close to the end. Yeah, you're not far.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, those. I just don't like all those backstories of Boone and his.
And especially now, knowing that they're not going to be around, right?
Yeah,
It seems like such a
yeah.
waste of a backstory. Like, yep, I agree. So,
Anyway,
all right.
yeah. I mean, I still like the show. I just can't wait to get to where I like Sawyer and
Sure.
what's her name's introduced, Juliet, and
Yeah.
because those were Juliet's the character that really made me love the show. Her
Right.
love Sawyer and that relationship. That to me, that's the relationship of the show more so than
Yeah.
anyone else because
Right.
I was invested in them too. As much as I hated Sawyer, I loved that relationship. So
Right. Plus, them being in a relationship made Kate so much happier,
yeah.
so much more likable.
Thank goodness
Yeah.
she got Aaron
Yeah. Right. That's right.
because she
All
deserved.
righty.
Oh, yes. Wow.
All right. That's 2 cutoffs tonight.
I
That's
got
pretty
some
good.
water.
Got some water. All right.
Oh man. Okay, so like you, I'm starting to feel like the pressure of finding something to show off.
Uh-huh.
So I got my favorite Funko Pop from The
Ooh,
Office.
nice.
It's the Meredith Casual Friday.
Oh yeah, that's the good
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
It's a Casual Friday dress.
that's the one you showed the cosplay of.
Yes.
Remember you said best cosplay ever?
Yeah, that really made me laugh.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was funny. Nice.
yeah.
That's
so-
that's a great. That's the intervention episode, right?
no, that's Casual Friday.
Oh, Casual Friday. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. Remember she's not wearing underwear?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
they're like,
That's
pull
right.
your dress down. She pulls it down, and then she flops out. And
So I had to go. I had to get into the shed to dig some stuff out. I forgot, and I muted myself. All right, here we are. So this is my new 52 Justice League set. It's got Captain Cold, Black Manta, Catwoman, Joker, Batman,
oh,
Flash, and Aquaman. That's a really cool set. There's some really nice figures. I don't know if you can see them with glare or anything there.
yeah, it's pretty glary.
Is it? Yeah. Sorry.
But so those are all villains, right?
No, there you got Batman, the Flash, Aquaman.
Oh, really? I
as well.
couldn't see Batman.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, he's kind of. Yeah, I probably should take him out. There we go.
Okay, I do see Batman now. Yeah, he's right in the front. Yeah,
All right. Yeah. So that's a really cool set.
that is pretty cool. So that's I've always wanted just a representation of the Justice League, and I know that can be as big or as small as I want it.
Sure.
You just want to stay on the screen big by yourself? Okay.
Yes.
Just want to be here and have you all see me.
That's right. Define me.
Yeah, kind of like what I want with the Lord of the Rings. You know, I just want a representation of the characters, and then I'm done collecting stuff from the Lord of the Rings.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
don't want to buy their shields. Although, man,
Right.
they make a Barmer, they make the Horn of Gondor. They make an actual, I want one so bad.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of representations of stuff, So again, this is not really going to be a top 10 list because there's no order to it. This is just going to be different genres, different movies that we think represent or define those genres the best. So I'm not even going to do the 10. Well, you know what I'm going to, just for the heck of it, just for the sake of the show.
I mean, I have 14 on my list. How will I know when to stop if you don't do 10?
Right, absolutely. We'll just keep going. I'll hit 10 4 times.
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight down mine.
Okay. I mean, we could do the same genre at the same time too. The ones that we have.
So I'm going to go with thriller film.
Okay.
You know, mine's a crime thriller, and for me, it's probably 7.
Absolutely. So that was mine as well.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I did not.
And we did not discuss this. I promise to both of you watching, we didn't discuss that ahead of time.
That's crazy. Yeah, that surprises me.
Yeah. Well, I think that shows that that's probably, if something's going to represent that film, and we both came up with it, that is a pretty good representation.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
I enjoy this movie. It's not a feel-good movie of the year, so
right.
you know, Mom, I don't think you should watch it. But yeah, it's pretty intense, and
Yeah, I mean, it's got the mystery. It's got the.
I mean, what is in the
suspense,
box?
It's got the yeah, and it's the fact that the bad guy wins is pretty cool too.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, well, the bad guy wins and he dies
right.
is what's really cool. You know,
Yeah.
it's that's a good movie. I gotta watch that movie again.
I haven't watched it in probably 20 years. I got to go.
Oh, I've seen it. I'm like an expert compared to you then.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's 7 is our thriller. That'll take us to our
So I'm
next
gonna do
one.
comedy here.
Okay, which I do not have.
Do not have it. Well, you know what?
Do it though. Do yours.
No, I will do it as a bonus at the end.
Okay.
All right, because
Okay.
I think I have 3 or 4 that you don't have.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with drama. I think we're going to have
Okay.
a crossover here too.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption.
There we go. That's If I had to explain what a drama is to somebody who didn't know, that would be the movie I would show them. Yeah.
Yep, it's just a fantastic movie.
And of course, pretty much on every list we ever do. So.
Well, it has hopeful prison rape. And you froze.
Speaking of drama, there was drama of waiting for your response there because I timed out.
Oh, I had you freeze.
Yeah. I'm back now, though.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Back again.
I'm back. Look who's back. So yeah, man, this is gonna be quick.
I know.
Oh.
That's what she said.
So Shawshank, yeah, right. All right. So after drama, again, Shawshank is pretty much as close to perfect as a drama could get for me.
I agree.
Oh, I guess I should hit my number 8, huh? I'm going to hit number 10 again. No, I'll go with number 8. Why not?
All right, so we're going to go with fantasy films.
Okay.
And then I'm going with The Lord of the Rings.
You are? I'm shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I am shocked. That's also mine. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to go fast.
I know, right? Good thing you got some extras that we can discuss later.
Yeah, those 4 extras, that 3 or whatever I have extra. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it is. I mean, fantasy. I'm trying to think of what else. What else in fantasy? I mean, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Dungeons and Dragons movies.
Sure.
Willow, I guess. might be on
Yeah.
someone's list.
Yeah, a lot of
Which I've
those
never made
for
it through.
sure. Right,
The Never Ending Story.
that's a good one.
That is a good one.
But again, I don't think it would really define the genre. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think we hit pretty obvious ones so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go with the fantasy category, have probably the greatest fantasy novels ever written in it, based those movies based on that. You would.
Right.
How can you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Okay, so next on my list is a horror movie.
Okay.
And when I think of a horror movie, I think of Jaws.
Well, you went with Jaws. Okay, we're different here then. Sure.
Right. I mean, yeah, I'm going to assume yours is The Shining, not to spoil anything.
No, it's not.
Oh,
No, that doesn't define the genre for me. It's one of my favorites, but that's not what I would show somebody if I was showing them a horror movie
okay.
for the first time.
Now I'm really curious what yours is because.
And I actually have Jaws in sports because that's like fishing. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but they're using dynamite.
fishing and boating
They're
and
using
shooting.
dynamite.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
really
like a
sport.
biathlon. That's true. So Jaws. Yeah, I mean,
it's the first thing that ever scared the crap out of me.
I agree. I mean, I definitely don't disagree with that as a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it uses the not even having something there, the music.
See, that's where the suspense comes from, right? Is the music?
Yeah.
I imagine if you watch it muted, it wouldn't seem nearly as intense. So that's where
We should do that. We should do it live.
I don't think we could do that. We'd have to do it without the video as well.
Copyright.
So no sound, no video.
You just have to put something like over it, like don't sue or something like that. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, or used for educational purposes, something like that. So you went with Jaws. I'm going with mine is more of a slasher. So Friday the 13th. I mean, I looked at Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. Sure, for me, Friday the 13th really hits that, especially the first one. Before it really becomes a slasher franchise, is more horror. Before Jason becomes Jason. I think
Jason's not even the killer in the first one.
I think the music again. Well, in all those, like in Halloween as well, but I think the music in that is really, really suspenseful. Really builds the tension. My other choice for this would have been Psycho.
That's a really good one. Although, okay, so I've seen Psycho, but it's been a very long time. I have never watched Friday the 13th all the way through.
Right.
I have seen Nightmare on Elm Street, so I can see how that could be on my list, but it's not as scary to me as Jaws was.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just. Yeah, Friday the 13th is just something I've never been. I've never watched. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a story that I think I want to see.
I think I've seen 1 and 2, and then Freddy versus Jason. Those are the 3 I've seen.
I think I've seen Freddy versus Jason because I don't they fight in a car, a wrecking lot, a wrecking.
I believe so. I just know at the end it ends up near a lake.
Don't matter. I guess I don't need to talk about movies I know nothing about, but why do a show? Yeah, nice. I just I'm gonna have to marathon these one weekend or something.
That would be fun.
Yeah, especially since I have little kids in the house. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what to watch Halloween night. So we want to watch 3 or 4 movies. We don't watch horror through the year at all, really. But
I never watch horrors.
No, it's not my genre, especially the slash. I mean,
well, so Scream is probably my favorite horror movie.
Yeah,
but other than that,
that's got a lot of comedy and stuff in it.
Yeah, it's because it's meta. That's
right. It is. Yeah.
So
you're almost 50. You can't use terms like meta. You must be much younger.
I don't think it was just invented.
I think so. I didn't hear it till like last year.
Well, that just might be regional.
True. That's
This conversation is making me smile.
all right.
All right, so musicals,
Okay.
which I am not a big musical guy,
Right.
and I'm sure there's other musicals better than this, but when I think of a musical, I think of Chicago. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's one of the few that I've enjoyed when I've watched it.
Right.
Some
That's probably a better representation. I mean, I've never seen it all the way through. I don't think.
Well, see, and so that's part of my problem is I like some of the songs so much more than others that once the songs that I like are done, I'm like, okay, movie's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. That's who's in that one? That's
Richard Gere, Renee Zellweger,
Renee
Catherine
Zellweger. That's right. Yeah.
Zeta-Jones.
Yeah. A lot of different. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's Catherine Zeta-Jones, or am I getting them mixed up?
No, you're right. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm 80% positive that I think you might be right.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's a chance. All right. My choice is Greece. So I just think that
Probably better than mine. As far
I
as
don't think so. I don't think that. I really don't. I think they're both.
well,
I mean, my first thought, of course, was Wizard of Oz, but I don't think that represents a musical as much as it does. It's just a musical.
yeah. Well, I think Grease
but-
and even West Side Story might represent the genre better than Chicago. I just went with one that I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I could like some musicals
Sure.
because I'm not the biggest fan of Grease or West Side Story.
Right. Yeah. I think I probably just like the story better in Grease than I do in West Side Story. I don't know.
I mean,
they're both pretty cheesy now.
Yeah, I mean, when I think on Grease, it's like, well, it's Porky's without the nudity.
Yeah. I guess my favorite musical would probably be Blues Brothers, but I don't think that represents the genre very well. So, again, I don't think we're wrong with either of those choices. I think both of them would be great if somebody wanted to know what a musical was. All right.
If anybody ever wants to know what a musical is, we are not the two to ask either.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so my next category I have down here is rom-com. I have it down as romance, but it's a rom-com. And for me, it's You've Got Mail.
Okay, yeah.
I really like this movie for it being dated to an AOL dial-up computer. I still really enjoy this story.
Yeah.
You know, they're putting up bookstores that are taking over other bookstores, and this is before like the internet and Kindles and stuff like that took over those. And so anyway, yeah, I just love the story of Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan getting together and it not being on top of the Empire State Building.
So there were, yeah.
I don't think I've watched Sleepless in Seattle more than once.
Right.
Another movie that now I'm thinking about it, I really like 10 Things, not 10 Things I Hate About You. The one with you know, the guy that takes off his shirt and
Magic Mike?
No.
10 Ways to Lose a Guy? Or Lose a Guy in 10 or
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah. I love that movie. But I think You've Got Mail is probably better.
You've Got Mail's up there. There was also a few more I thought. I almost went with Sleepless in Seattle. Again, not my favorite, but as a representation of the genre.
Mm-hmm.
I almost went with Pretty Woman because that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
rom-com.
We just watched that recently.
But I ended up going with When Harry Met Sally. I mean, I like Billy Crystal a lot. Meg Ryan, and this was kind of this was real early on, um, and it's just I mean I don't have any reason. I think that like I said I could have put 3 or 4 here, but that's just the one that
I
came to mind first.
I need to watch that movie again. I don't know
Uh,
why I have it embedded that I don't like that movie. Like
right?
everyone I know loves it, including my
Yeah.
wife who adores this movie. And I it's for some reason, and I love. Have you ever seen Forget Paris with Billy Crystal? And
No.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
So why? And I love Meg Ryan. Why can't I give this movie a fair chance again? I need to watch it. So
Yeah. But
I'm doing it.
yeah. Cool. Nice. You can weave it in between your Friday the 13th as kind of a palate cleanser. Like watch 1 and 2, and then When Harry Met Sally, and then 3 and 4. That's the best way.
That would be the great. That'd be a great weekend. I like that. I
All
like
right.
that a lot.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to sports films,
Okay.
and for me, it's A Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
It's as much as I like Rocky and Rudy,
Uh-huh.
I think this movie has more.
The only reason I didn't pick Field of Dreams was because Field of Dreams is definitely a better movie than the one I picked. I mean, not definitely, but it's debatable, obviously. But I don't really view it as a sports movie. Like it's more drama. The sport isn't the background of the movie, really.
Well,
It
okay, now
is, but it's not.
I'm really curious what yours is then, because without anything outside of the sports, they're generally pretty boring.
No, I'm not saying outside, but there's really no. I mean, the baseball is just playing in the backyard in Field of Dreams, right? There's no winner loser. It's not about overcoming the competition, and that's kind of in a sports movie. If I was to define the genre, that's what I'm looking for. Is
I
the
get that.
underdog,
I
the
get that.
underdog stepping up, and so I went with
Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah, absolutely. It could have been Rudy. It could have been any of those. And again, Field of Dreams, great movie, great, but just
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're
defining the
saying.
sport genre.
I also have to think of did it do anything for the sport?
Right.
Yeah, there's actually, they actually play a game in a field in
Sure.
Iowa. No one ever talks about Rocky anymore. He never shows up at Eagles games.
Of course, Field of Dreams could also be a drama or a fantasy.
I mean, they can all be
it's
fantasy since they're fiction.
ghosts coming out of the corn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, again, I'm not
Again,
knocking that choice.
I also don't disagree with you at all. I mean, I went with my favorite sports movie.
Absolutely.
You know what? Let me change my answer. I'm going with Mystery Alaska.
I still haven't watched that.
Oh, so good.
I know. I'm going to watch it right after Friday the 13th Part 4.
Well,
I'm going 1 and 2, When Harry Met Sally, Friday the 13th 3 and 4, and then Mystery Alaska.
Man,
it's going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah.
That's a stack.
Your wife is going to send me hate mail.
Yeah. Well, as long as I throw in Wizard of Oz and The Shining, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Mix those in, she'll be happy.
Should be asleep by then.
That's true. All right. Number.
All right, so I've got Western.
Okay.
And no one's going to like my choice here.
Tombstone.
Huh?
Tombstone.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's the first Western I remember seeing and enjoying, and it's Billy the Kid. No, that's not even that's not even the title of it.
Young Guns.
Young Guns. Thank you. Yeah,
that's a great movie.
Down Billy the Kid. I was like, that's not even the title of it. Yeah, Young Guns. I mean, and I know how historically accurate it probably isn't.
Who cares?
But yeah, I don't care.
It's not a documentary. Yeah.
Yeah, it was entertaining with a bunch of characters I liked, and
It's a great. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's
I haven't watched again. That I mean, Young Guns 2 is good too. It's not as good as the first one, but yeah,
yeah. I mean, I enjoy Young Guns too as well.
yeah.
You know,
Plus, you get Bon Jovi singing. So
yeah. I mean, I don't remember Young Guns 2 at all, but
Young Guns 2, Younger Guns,
still,
still even younger.
yeah.
Nice.
We
That's
miss
good.
Steve.
That's
We
right.
miss Dirty Steve. Young Guns 2.
My choice is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So for me, this is what a Western is. Um,
I almost went with a fistful of dollars.
that's a great one too.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course, this is the spaghetti Western genre if you really wanted to narrow it down. But Clint Eastwood, just the music, iconic music that comes with it, the the eye stares when it goes back to their eyes looking at each other. Back to the Future 3. I mean, come on. So yeah, if Michael J. Fox is using it, it's got to be pretty iconic. So if
So
I had to
I get all
represent
these movies mixed up. A Fistful of Dollars is the one where he has the thing underneath his chest.
yes, absolutely. So he gets shot. He has a plate. Yeah.
Yeah, I get them all mixed up. So
Yeah, I mean, they're spaghetti westerns. The Clint Eastwood, they're pretty much all the same, just with different bad guys here and there.
you know what movie I always what I always think of whenever we talk about westerns is Throw Down That Box. Which is, if you know, you know. So I won't even say where it's from.
So that was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That was my western.
My next, I'm going with action adventure,
Okay.
and for me, that's Die Hard.
Die Hard. So this is my action. I have a different adventure, but that's my action. And I'm going to tell you, I honestly almost didn't put it because it's pretty much my favorite movie. And it's my favorite action movie. But as far as representing action, I was looking for almost something with a car chase too, because a car chase, if I'm putting an action movie and I'm explaining an action movie, there's usually a car chase, and Die Hard doesn't have that. But it's just so good that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what makes this movie so great, especially for us, for guys, for
Right.
people our age. I think it's the everyman being an action hero.
Right.
That's
Yeah, he doesn't have the Rambo physique or the Arnold Schwarzenegger physique, or he's just an old cop, and yeah, he talks when he's beating people up, and
yeah. It's just a great movie, man. Now I want to watch that
it
too.
is.
Put it on the list.
Our list is going to start looking like Chris Evans' list here pretty soon.
Oh,
Although those are ones he hasn't actually seen, so there is a difference. All right.
okay. I think we're gonna have the same thing here for animated movie. It's got to be Toy Story. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you can go back to the older Disney movies and stuff, but it's
They
just
raised the bar so much higher.
yeah. Yep.
Yep. I think everything that comes out since then is compared to that.
Yes. Yeah, it's like the change between like it's a before and after in animated movies. Like there's before Toy Story and after BTS and ATS. Yes. For sure. And
BVS.
BTS. Yeah. It steps it up for sure. For sure. So that would represent the genre for me as well. And I also I missed the because you did action adventure, so I'm going to go ahead and share my adventure while we're here. And for me, it's Raiders. Um, that represents the adventure movie. That type of movie, I mean, Goonies does as well.
Hmm.
All of those um, represent it pretty well. But Raiders of the Lost Ark is for me. I know you're not the biggest fan of that, but
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I like it.
right,
It's just I don't have the same love for that franchise as a lot of
right,
people our age.
right. So,
So, but yeah, it's good.
yeah, that's a good list. I don't think we're could really
Okay,
argue any of our choices.
this could be fun. I have four more categories,
Okay,
and we'll just have you try to guess my answer, or just
okay,
if you like, oh, I don't know, just give your own. Okay,
okay.
so let's go with comedy.
Okay, comedy. I am going to say. See, I didn't choose this because it's so hard because there's so many different types of comedy, and for me to define a comedy movie is
Difficult.
difficult.
I
For
agree.
me, would be Dumb and Dumber.
That's what mine is.
Okay,
Yep, Dumb and Dumber.
yeah,
Probably not my. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and watched it. But this is a movie that I remember my dad watched it. It's something I think it would make him laugh,
right.
and it's just that humor that's just it's boom. Okay, this is just funny. It's not meant to enlighten your life. It's just meant to make you laugh, and I think it
I,
succeeds very well.
I think I've stated this before that I haven't watched this movie since probably the late '90s or early 2000s, so over 20 years, and I can still quote most of the movie. And if I was watching it word for
Yeah,
word
I mean,
after 20 years, I
we
mean,
do it all the time. So you tell me there's a chance.
right.
I mean,
All of those,
did
yeah.
it just about 10 minutes ago.
Just when I think you can't be any stupider,
Yeah,
you
you
go
can't
and do
be
something
Dumb and
like this
Dumber
and
or
totally redeem yourself.
yeah. I mean,
Hungry?
that's a great scene. All right, so we're gonna go with science fiction.
Okay, so science fiction. Why didn't I go with science fiction? If I went with science fiction, my pick would have been 2001. But I didn't do it because I can't stand that movie. But for me, it represents the sci-fi genre. But if I had to pick, I would go with Star Wars.
You would go with that?
Star Wars.
Yeah, and that's what I went with, Star Wars.
Okay.
It's yeah. I mean, and I thought about this for fantasy films too, but I was like,
Sure.
I don't think I don't think it can beat Lord of the Rings as far as fantasy.
Right. Yeah.
Science fiction? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Up next, we're gonna go with a heist movie.
Okay. Heist movie. Oh man. If I had to pick, I would go with. I think we did heist movies, and I picked. Did I go with either Mission Impossible, which is kind of a heist movie, but um, Ocean's 11?
Okay, so that's not what I went to. Mine is The Sting.
Oh yeah, of
So,
course, yeah. I knew that. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and this is a movie I love, but also can't
Yes.
watch over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is weird for
Sure.
me in a movie I love.
Right.
It more implanted my love of the Flim Flam Man. That's so okay. So that's okay. And now we're gonna go with the one all our Jason comic book movie.
Okay. And again, I didn't pick this one because it's just so tough. What
Yeah.
defines the genre for me would be Superman, the original.
Okay,
Superman.
so mine is very personal, I guess, because it's actually
Uh-huh.
what got me into watching superhero movies. Even though Iron Man was out and I had seen it, I was never
Right.
big into it until I watched The Watchmen.
Right. Okay.
And just the story of The Watchmen being not your typical superhero movie
Right.
made me open my eyes to what not just comic book movies could be, but what comics could be. So it just changed everything for me. So
So on a show about what would define the genre, you pick a movie that doesn't represent most of the genre. Interesting.
No, I think it does represent most of the drama.
Yeah.
I think it. I think it showed me what comics could be.
I got you. I'm just giving you a
Yeah,
hard time. I think Superman 78 defines the genre, and then Batman 89 as well. Um,
yeah.
but
And
yeah, I mean, there's,
I love both those movies.
but yeah, I mean, if that's what got you into it, again, Batman 89 is my favorite, still my favorite superhero movie, comic book movie out there. So, uh, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty great.
that's a tough category.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just so. I mean, you can like so many things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Do I think it's the best superhero movie? No. It's just it's all what opens your eyes to different things. You know. And,
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. I'm with you on that. No, all good movies, all good choices. I think I don't. Like I
yeah,
said, I don't think that we went wrong anywhere. I really don't. There's nothing.
I
Man, I
think
wanted.
it's the definitive list.
This is like there is no doubt that yeah, there's 100% accuracy with it. We're not wrong here. There's no arguing. If you argue with this list, you're wrong. Uh,
Well, I mean, you might be right, but you're wrong.
Probably,
But you're wrong.
But oh man, I feel like 98% of the YouTube community right now. Yeah, so cool. I like that. I'm trying to think, are there any other genres that we didn't hit? I almost did like time travel, but then that kind of falls into fantasy too, or
yeah. Okay, so if you had to go with the time travel movie, what do you? I mean, are you going with Back to the Future?
my favorite's Back to the Future. What defines the genre would be like the Time Machine.
Yeah, I just don't remember that movie. Time Bandits. I don't even know if they travel back and forth. I can't remember it, even though I saw it.
So I probably would have went with Back to the Future.
So you know, one that I really love, Looper, and one of us is froze. It might be me, but I think it's you. So I really like Looper, Bruce Willis.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Looper's cool.
Did you say anything else there, or did you just freeze and wait for you to come unfroze?
No, I just heard you kind of boop, 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 and then it came back when you said. Then I heard Looper.
I was peanut teaching.
You were R2D2 in it, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Yeah. But Looper, that's an awesome one. I like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. I haven't watched it since the first time I've seen it. That sentence even makes sense. I haven't watched it but once, but I really liked it.
Yeah, good deal.
I was actually looking for. I mean, I was talking to you earlier about my what I want to read and stuff like that, and so I was like looking up like what's the top 10 time travel books, you know, and
Wrinkle in Time. That's a good one.
I just think of Oprah and the show, and I've never seen it, but that's all I think about. So I don't really want to watch that or read that.
Oprah.
Didn't they do a remake and she was in it?
Oh, I have no idea. I just know the book. I didn't even know there was a movie.
Yeah, and I don't know.
The whole point of it was that it took all the wormholes and stuff out of it, and basically said that you're just when you take time, you're not tying. You're just basically taking one end of a string, another end of a string, and wrinkling it back together to get from point A to point B. So it's almost like just squishing.
So it's a time crunch.
There you go. Oh, nice. Wait, hold on. That deserves.
I thought I was going to get applause.
Oh, hold on. Man, it's always on repeat. How do I get it off repeat? Anyway, it's going to come one more time. Oh, there we go.
Boy,
okay, now we're off with it. If I'm professional.
You paid?
Yes. Should be. All right. So what do you have coming up?
Oh, we have a really busy not couple of weeks, but a few days here.
You're getting back in the loadout soon, huh?
Yeah, that might put a damper on when we record.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and I'm not even talking about work wise. I'm talking
Okay.
a hockey game and some other stuff. Mostly all fun stuff. I don't think there's anything negative. So
Yeah. Nice.
yeah, that's it. That's all I got going on.
We should plug the 75th episode of Gathering of the Geeks coming up.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that should be a fun one.
Yeah.
They gather on
I
Sundays.
always like that show. I like being able to, although being on Sunday nights, if there's a game on that I really want to watch, it distracts me a little much.
Yeah. Emmett's been cracking me up with his just his random posts on Twitter, just his one line observations, I guess, that he's been posting for the last month or so.
Oh, I guess
know
I
if you've
haven't paid
noticed, but
attention.
yeah, he just posts like just a one quick sentence and that's it. Usually just about an actress or a movie or something.
Oh, okay. I have noticed that, but I don't know what 90% of them are about. So
No, I have to Google it all because he mentions actors and I have no clue who they are. So
I wish I knew people.
yeah,
I
it's
just
overrated.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't.
So next episode we will. We're not sure when we'll get around to it,
Not
but
sure how.
not sure when, not sure how. But we'll try and come up with the best content on YouTube for you.
And then
We'll fail. But
when
we'll
we
try.
do it, we're quit.
That's right. That's right. When we hit 30. We've been at 26 subscribers for quite some time. When we hit 30, I'm not saying that there's going to be a prize draw because there's not.
When we hit 30 episodes?
No, when we hit 30 subscribers.
Oh, man. Big plans.
I know we've been at 26 for like 8 months. So
I know. I mean, if we get 30% likes, I'm pretty happy.
that would be brutal. I've never actually went and looked at that.
So it's like my favorite thing, yeah, that we get dislikes. It makes me smile. It means that we've called some people out on Twitter for hyper.
Where do you see the dislike? Oh, you probably have to log into the MLB account, right? And then you see it.
If you want to see them, yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
yeah. Wish it told you who did it.
Huh?
I wish it told us who it was, but then they wouldn't do it if you knew who it was. So
yeah. If
it is fun.
If you watch this video and you don't like it, let us know. I'm okay.
That's right. Put it in the comments. I mean, Jason was very clear. He's never watching another Hot Sauce episode again. So he was very honest with us. I appreciate that. So yeah, if you don't like,
you don't like seeing Steve suffer, which who knew?
Most people would pay to do that. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Steve pays to get beat up sometimes.
Yeah, but that was before I was married.
Oh, I thought that's how. Never mind.
That's how we met. Yeah. Pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it.
Like I don't know Sherry well enough to say stuff like that, even though I know she knows.
She doesn't watch anyway. It doesn't matter.
She's probably just liking the videos.
Yeah. No, actually, she's probably liking them because it lets her watch whatever she wants to watch on TV while I'm out here doing this. So.
Yeah, that makes her happy.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. It was fun. Good list, and we'll try and come up with another one for you next time. And thank you for watching, Jason, Jim's mom, and whoever else may have stopped by to check out little sections so they could comment to make us think that they watched the whole thing. We really appreciate you. And we will see you next time on Midlife Vices, the Booster Gold of YouTube shows. Have a good night. Take care.
Adios.